they are so crazy. I mean, they just literally, there might be possibility, lose, and then usually it's going to be delayed. Like, anyhow, even I send, like,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think,
that's a good idea.
yeah, mid
Okay.
of January, I guess, first week January, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
First week of
or
January will be good.
second. Yeah, I will ask before they send. I will ask from Canada Post, like, do they have like
Okay.
is
Okay.
it? I mean, rush peak time is over or traffic is okay like that.
Okay.
Hello, Bante.
Hi.
We were just discussing before. Might make sense to skip the next 2 weeks worth of meetings. Some people have visitors or are busy with the Christmas holidays, ironically. So we're thinking to just keep in touch via Slack for the next 2 weeks and then restart our meetings again on Sunday, January 3rd. That's fine with everyone. And I don't think there's an awful lot going on. It's actually been kind of a quiet time. Couple things. Aruna had gone to the nearby Westdale Deli to set up an account, and the owner there is he's agreeable to maintain an account for us. With a couple of stipulations, he asked that the check be brought in person by Aruna. He doesn't want to have to watch his mail for it. He said he gets a lot of junk mail and he might throw a check away by accident. But if Aruna brings a check in, he will hold it for us so that Bhante or meditators could use it, have an account per se. We thought that might be a practical thing it might be a practical thing for emergency backup, like if the frozen food for meditators ran out or if the weather was severe and Bhante couldn't, wanted to go to a place close by for lunch. Does that sound like something that would be a good idea?
I missed what you said, Robin. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Samantha. Aruna had gone to a nearby deli. It's just 3 doors down from the monastery, and spoke with the owner about setting up an account. And the owner will set up an account for us with a couple of stipulations. He doesn't do anything online, but he said if we drew up a check for him and Aruna brought it in person, he would, once the check cleared, he would, consider it an account, and meditators or Bhante could go and get lunch there, and he would do all the accounting on it. So I think it might be a practical idea for at least for emergency backup in case we ran out of frozen food for meditators at any point, or if Bhante preferred to go there, severe weather or whatever, and it's real close by. It seems nice and handy. But it would.
I think it's a good idea because it gives meditators a choice as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem with that over here. But just as to how we would do it, who's going to write the check? And if it's the organization's check, how would we do that?
Yeah, I think we would have to, we probably have to ask you to write a check and mail it to Aruna to carry into the deli.
Okay. Would that be fast enough?
Oh yeah, there's no hurry. I mean, this was an idea.
Regular mail can get there in 2 days.
Yeah, there's no hurry for it. There's no great need, but it just seems like a practical thing to do to set up, especially with winter. It might be just nice to have a place close by, just in the event of severe weather and people have a hard time getting around or whatever.
Yeah.
But my question is, particularly with the accounting of it, I don't think we are going to have a lot of paper backup other than, I'm not sure what we'll have at all for paper backup. So we'll be sending, giving the check to the owner. I imagine
Sorry, what is paper backup?
Well, as far as like a receipt, a receipt for you to log in what the expense is going for.
Receipts from the deli.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess we can ask him to kind of keep whatever notes he has, the running tab or whatever, and sign it and give it back to Aruna, maybe? Do you think that would suffice for a receipt?
Yeah, Aruna, do you know anything about the receipts?
Or maybe he would even, probably what makes sense is when somebody goes in for a meal, maybe write up the order and the price on it as the receipt, and then we just keep those in the petty cash box? Would that work?
So, Aruna, what do you think?
Oh, you're muted, Aruna.
um, so you can deposit money or check. Either option is okay. So you're saying basically, Anthony, like I can grab the money from petty cash and give it to them.
Are they okay with cash?
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah.
cash would be fine. His only stipulation was he doesn't do anything online. He's an older man, very nice, but he
That's
doesn't do
fine.
anything online. So he just wanted
Yeah,
to.
that's fine. So receipts, does he create proper receipts?
Yeah, yeah, like what he what he does, like he said, like he's going to keep the record himself, and then he said we can keep a record once we, and he will give a receipt too.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he will give a receipt too, but I didn't ask specifically. And then he might. I think we were a little bit talking through Slack, right? So you guys know about the facts about that, right? So he might little bit delivery, like he said, like he can, but he cannot make sure because he's busy sometimes. But
Right.
in a specific like a kind of situation, like
Okay.
for sure.
So in the
But
beginning, I think in the beginning we can use petty cash, and
Oh.
then if ever it's too much for petty cash, we can write a check instead.
And then Anthony, you already know, right? And then I think Robin also know. I have some money already allocated, so for the organization, so I can use that money. It's almost 1,000 somehow. I already,
You mean your own money, which is allocated, right?
yeah, I already allocated somehow.
Okay, okay.
So, but
Uh,
I didn't put into the petty cash box because if I put that, what I see, it's pretty hard to use that money for, for something
Yeah,
like.
that's fine. Also, so when you get receipts from the Westdale Deli, if any details are missing, you can write it on the receipt, just like you did before. So, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got it. So, how much should I give to them? Or
He did mention that he didn't want to hold too much. He said he didn't want it to last, too long. I think he wanted to make sure that everything was going to work. So.
Robin, you're talking about outstanding balances?
No, the gentleman who runs the deli, he didn't want us to give him too much money. He didn't want to keep track of too much money.
Okay.
On our behalf. So it sounded like, he would be comfortable with us bringing in like a month's worth or 2 months worth, but not a year's worth. That was what he specifically said.
Okay.
Don't give me like a year's worth of money. I don't want to, I don't want to have to keep track of it for that long. So maybe a month's worth of backup. And again, I'm not trying to suggest that we have all meditators' meals come from there. That would probably be pretty expensive, but more as a backup, or for a meditator who had needs that weren't being met by the regular food provided. Do you want to start out with like a month's worth of funds? We'd have to take a guess.
How much would we use in a month? Say 200?
for food? No, really, we don't.
Or less than that?
You said lunches were about $10, Aruna?
So you mean for one meal usually?
One lunch is about $10.
Yeah, but I was buying like just a veggie bun and then a soup and then potato salad. So it's pretty good enough. Maybe 1 or 2 meals. Like, usually, let's say 1 meal. So it's total like 10. I think it's pretty good because if I go to other restaurants, it's going to be or even fruit, it's going to be cost probably 15 or 15, 18 probably.
Oh wow!
Okay, yeah.
So and you thought their food was good? I mean, everything was healthy.
Okay.
Yeah,
So in that case, is 200 a good amount to give for 1 month?
Yeah, that seems. I mean, the money won't go away at the end of the month, So
Right, it can carry over.
Roughly credit for 20 meals. That seems good.
Aruna, what do you think?
We can start maybe with 100 and then
100, okay.
Okay.
because I'm here, right? So then I can, if it is going to be lower, then I can put, right? So the thing is, I think we need to talk about a little bit like how we're going to track. Like, I mean, he said like he's going to keep a record when, let's say, if someone going to take the food from there. So he's going to keep the record. Let's say, I think with the date. I don't know with the date or what information he's going to keep, but somehow the amount. So I'm thinking like how we can. He said that we have to keep our own record.
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of? I mean, kind of Excel sheet. I mean, Excel mean like a printed sheet.
So I should be the one keeping those records. So everything you can send to me, and I'll update my records here. So I will send. I'll send a check for $100.
Sounds good. So you'll send it to Aruna, and Aruna will cash it and bring it over, or do you want Aruna to just pay cash? Or hit? Or
No, I'm saying for the initial 100, I can send a check.
Okay.
So now, I mean, I'm talking about like we're going to go take one meal by meal, right? So how I mean, we need to have a kind of a method, right? I mean, how we can keep a record, like let's say, because if I am not here, so meditate, I don't know whether we're going to allow to go to meditator to go and take the food. In case he might go, right? Oh, I don't know.
The first time you will be there, right?
Yeah, first time. I mean, I'm saying like if someone go there and then whether we can ask the owner, like say, probably they will give a receipt, right? Like a small receipt.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I think.
So since the first time you'll be there, then we'll have the record. But if say maybe the second time you're not there, then we'll figure it out at that time.
No, Anthony, like this. I mean, every time we can ask them like give a receipt. They used to give a receipt, right? So then that's good enough. But then meanwhile, and then we can ask specifically, like let's say they can write down, let's say we deposit 100, right?
Yeah.
For the meal, like $10, so the 90 is there, right? So every bill we might have that record, right? How much we have, how much we spend the day, right?
Yeah, and we can just make sure to ask them to give us
ask them to write down that how much is remaining, basically, right? Like a two piece of information. Like, I mean, we already know like how much we spend that day because it's already printed, right? So and then
I mean, for a simple way of keeping track of it, if you had like an envelope and if a meditator went and had lunch, ask them to bring back the receipt and just put it in the envelope, and you can kind of see how much is left there. They'll be maintaining records as well, but we'll have an idea too of how much is left on account. We need to put more in.
Maybe I will have like a box or something like close to the kitchen area, and then he can drop the whatever, right?
Okay, a box or an envelope or anything.
Yeah. Then he can with the label saying whatever. Like, if someone got the food from there and then have to drop that.
Yeah. I had wanted to ask Bhante, and I'm not sure if he's available right now, but if you are, Bhante, would you have any concerns with a meditator who was in the course going down to the deli 3 doors down and grabbing their lunch? Selecting a lunch there?
It's not ideal, but...
Yeah, it would be better if somebody was there to facilitate that.
Well, and if no one is, I mean, we have these frozen meals, right?
Oh yes, this is not to take the place of it. It's just kind of a backup in case the frozen meals run out or a meditator has some food.
Sure.
Oh, so for instance, we have no frozen food today, that sort of thing.
And also for you, Bhante, if you get 6 feet of snow there and you can't make it to the pita pit and everything, it's close by for you as well.
How many feet of snow?
6. If you get 6 feet of snow, you can.
In Hamilton?
Okay, so if you get a foot of snow and it's hard to get to the pita pit, the deli's right there. It just seems like it's nice to have a resource right in the neighborhood, very close by.
It's a shame they don't take the McMaster student card.
That would be good.
They're very old-fashioned.
They are, yeah. That's why we're kind of figuring out just a paper system of keeping track, because we just thought as a backup for if frozen food runs out or whatever situation.
Yeah, if the meditator just show up and
Unexpected.
Tomorrow I have a couple of people coming over to do a study group for linguistics.
Oh, so similar,
And,
if you
I was
wanted.
going to feed them lunch.
Yeah,
Can
exactly.
I do that?
Yeah, that's a great use of it too. If you
Well,
are.
is it? I mean, they're not coming over for Buddhism or anything.
Well, I mean that's up to you. I think, that'd be your call, I would think. But you are the head of the monastery, and the monastery hosts, acts as a host to certain things. So.
Yeah, but if they're not Buddhist things, it's kind of outside of the realm of charity, isn't it?
I see the argument there.
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't want to turn people away.
Yeah. What time are they coming over? Like right at lunch?
No, in the morning. But I
Okay.
just said, I mean, we don't have to, but I just thought it'd be kind of nice.
Yeah, it would, and certainly you have to eat as well. So, I mean, if maybe Aruna can go and put the money on the account earlier tomorrow, and then when you go, select a lunch for all of you. I mean,
I was thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe he can help to order a pizza or something. A couple of pizzas.
But you're saying pizza?
Yeah, maybe a couple of pizzas.
Okay.
so back to the original question though, for someone in a course, if for whatever reason there wasn't regular food there, you wouldn't prefer to have them go and select their lunch at the deli?
Right.
Okay.
Bante, do you okay? I mean, to get some food from there daily? Because I can put money there too. I mean, some extra or whatever. I mean, because I feel like pretty convenient and easy. Because 3 doors, right?
Mm.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Well, yeah, as long as you're there, Aruna, you can, facilitate anything, where someone needs food brought from the deli there, so that'll be convenient.
And the other thing is, this is a bit ways away, but I have to keep it in mind, is on the 10th of January we're hosting the Hamilton Peace Interfaith Group.
Oh, very nice.
Did I mention that already?
No, that's nice though.
Yeah, I went to their to the meeting and I'm part of the group. They're happy to have a Buddhist.
Very nice.
And in April we're going to have a storytelling event, like a big Hamilton event where people from the city will come. So I have to find this story of the bird. Anyone can find the story of this bird that tried to put out the forest fire, and not the funky one that has the goddess crying or something.
Is it a parrot or a bird?
I don't know. I can't
Well,
remember.
well,
All I know is it tries to put out a fire by shaking water off of its wings, and this god comes down and asks it what it hopes to accomplish, and the parrot teaches the god about striving.
there were several children's versions. They were all adapted from something, so we just need the original that it was adapted from. Yeah, I mean, the monastery will definitely be in a position sometimes of hosting events.
Well, hosting that because it's religious, but
Yeah.
hosting my study sessions, I'm not so sure.
Well, I think Aruna can probably help you out with that tomorrow.
Sorry, I forget the date. Like Bante said, like getting pizza on
Tomorrow.
For lunch, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll talk to them and see what their plans are. Maybe they're leaving
Okay.
before lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they don't eat pizza.
Okay, so we were going to start it off with put $200 on account at the deli, and think we've got a basic way of accounting for it with just having receipts sent back along with the lunches and put them into a box or an envelope that Aruna will take care of putting together. And then those will be sent in like any other expenses to Anthony eventually. Or Anthony would pick them up when he comes down to visit the Delhi, comes down to visit the monastery.
I think we have. I think Anthony know, right? So I already got a gift card from Asian restaurant for that one 200. Because I actually grabbed one meal for one meditator long time before. I mean 1 month, I think. So still we have somehow maybe 180 or something over there too.
So this is on a gift card for Saigon restaurant?
Yes, Saigon restaurant. I think you know,
Okay.
right? So I have that one. I think I can give to. Maybe let's see if I'm not using, then I can. I don't know. I can offer to Bante too. But I was thinking about that thing too for Bante meals, like, because that food actually is good too. Like
That might be nice for the peace conference, depending on what sort of food is desired. But that might be nice. Okay, so that looks like it's pretty well all set. Anything else on that before we move on? Okay, our online fundraiser is up over $1,300 with $300 going for the book. So $1,000 will be available to give to the children's home. So what we're going to do is I'm going to transfer the money to Sandamali, who's down in Tampa, and she will take care of, I believe she's going to be buying gift cards, and she's in contact with the children's home to make an appointment for the visit. So it sounds like that's all set. It's working out well. In other things that I wanted to bring up, Anthony, someone had inquired as to what the program is at the monastery.
Yeah, that was a note that was written in the donation box.
That's a good
And so
question.
somebody replied to that on Slack already.
Yeah, that's a good question though, because everything that we have on the website and online, that's all online. But when you get people that are there in person, that's cool. That's what we're looking for, the local people. And I wonder if it is possible to create some sort of I guess the most direct thing that we have right now is the Saturday Day of Mindfulness. So, because it sounds like someone is looking to visit the monastery on a regular basis for whatever is available there. So I guess right now the Saturday Day of Mindfulness is the main thing.
That would be the only thing in the program.
Yeah, but I believe Bante does chanting too. Aruna, I don't want to keep bothering Bante because he's studying. Do you do chanting in the evenings?
You asking, do I chanting?
Yeah, like if someone was in the area and wanted to visit the monastery on a regular basis for whatever events or whatever things you do you do chanting on a regular basis?
Yeah, I do. I do. I do chanting myself, so he or she can join, no problem.
Yeah, it was someone who was there physically. I don't know who they are, but they must have been there physically. They put a donation in the box and they asked what the program was.
Okay.
We don't really have anything put together as a program other than Saturday Day of Mindfulness. So I would think.
Right. So the question is, should we tell that person that we have chanting in the evenings?
Yeah, exactly. Usually like 7, right? 7 p.m.
I think we have to approach it as, this is a brand new, just starting out monastery.
Right, yeah.
We're in the process of, determining what the interests of the students are. But if you would be interested in...
I can send them an email saying that everything is new and we're still figuring it out.
Yeah, But I would definitely point them to the Saturday Day of Mindfulness. We have the page for that.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, I saw.
Sorry,
we had
Aaron,
three
you just...
people come. We had 3 people come this Saturday.
Oh, that's awesome.
4 with Anthony, no?
Yeah, I think Robin and you guys doesn't know, but right now people just coming, and then I think yesterday there was a 2 gentlemen. I feel like they were asking like, okay, can we come in and sit down and meditate? Yeah, of course. So I think the people coming.
That's
And every
awesome.
night at 7 we have chanting.
Okay, so
Almost every night.
Okay, so that's 2 things we can put in the program.
And then an hour of meditation. We have chanting, an hour of meditation. It's more
Is
like
the-
a meditation session
The hour
because
of
the
meditation
chanting's
is at
only
8, right?
No, the chanting's 10 minutes, and then we go right into
Okay.
meditation for an hour, and then we finish with a bit more, like 5 more minutes of chanting. So
Okay.
it's not like we do long evening chanting. Really.
So if someone wanted to come in person, they should go there at 7 o'clock for the chanting.
Yeah, tell them it's more like a meditation session and
Okay.
chanting.
Oh, so it's a meditation session starting with the chanting in the beginning and chanting in the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good. And I'll put something on the website. I think we spend
Great.
so much time on the online stuff, but it's great to know that there are people coming locally too. So they're building that local, framework so that more new people in the local area will know what's available. It's great.
So for other times, if local people want to go to the center and just do the meditation themselves, they can go freely, right? It's open.
Is it unlocked though?
Yeah, what's our policy on locking the door and stuff?
Yeah, we should think about. I think so.
I suggested that we unlock it the door in the morning and keep it unlocked all day.
Ah, right.
Yeah, I do.
So
I do
only the
think.
upstairs is locked.
Nothing's locked.
Yeah.
And we lock it at night.
Right.
And then, meanwhile, I think for long-term solution, like it's better to have a lock for the room, or my one, and then my one mean like the one I am right now, and then other one too. Because what I feel like,
Yeah.
when there's a meditator, she was using I think some equipment. She just keep whatever some location. Because we believe like people with the 5 P's up, but I don't really know whether people
Right, you're saying you can
wrong
never be too
with
sure.
that, you know.
You wanna cover your bases and be safe.
Not my basis too. Other, and then I'm thinking about the books. Like we have some valuable books, right? So we can have we might need to have a freedom to access, but
Yeah.
meanwhile, but especially like I'm thinking right now, Bante is going to be away for a short period, right? So, and then meanwhile, I'm also going to be a little bit away. Not for the whole day, but let's say for a couple of hours. So then what we're going to do, like, still we're going to keep opening, or but I try to be not too away that much. Like, that's depend on if I won't visit Toronto, and then that's because of job and somehow like for interview and so.
So you're comfortable leaving the door open while you're there, but when you
I'm okay. I don't keep any valuable stuff here. But still, I think it's better to have, because petty cash books box over here, and then some valuable books. But I'm concerning books, these books and the rack, and then some people, they don't think that much they are stealing, but they still interest on something, and then I don't know. There are different kind of people, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the point is you
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah,
We
no,
don't know, yeah. We
fair.
never know, and then we cannot track, or we cannot do anything, and then if something happened,
That's right.
then there's no point to talk about it after that, right? There's a possibility.
That does seem reasonable when there's no one there to lock the door, perhaps when there's no one there.
And then I was thinking about the somewhere like the upstairs, because anybody can right now go to the upstairs. I mean, because Bante has some valuable things, right? So especially Bante is not here, and then
Yeah, and if there is a meditator in the training and they are using bed their bedroom and maybe using basement, that if the stranger comes in, it feels weird.
yeah, because what I see, because some meditators, they have something behind, right? Some mental, I don't know, something. Actually, we had one person, right? I had some one thing, all right, but he was very nice, and then nothing happened. But the mind is different, right? I mean,
Or
we
maybe
have
it's,
different mindset, right? I mean,
yeah.
But it does seem reasonable when everyone's gone to lock the door until someone gets back, I would think.
Yeah, definitely we should get a lock for Aruna's room.
Yeah. And does Bante's room have a lock on it at this time?
I think we want to say it one time. There was a lock, but he didn't. I
Needs
think
to
I'm
be
not sure he
installed.
fixed it, but I can help to fix that. I think we can buy. Actually, I had a bunch of lock by through, so I give free, but now I don't.
Yeah,
When
if
I
you
was in Bangkok.
purchase something like that, just use the petty cash.
Actually, some basic one like 15, 18 somehow. I can buy. Actually, owner might have some. He will fix one lock to the washroom because I have a problem right now. Got one lock.
So for Aruna's room, if we get a lock for that, would it be the type where it's a doorknob and you put the key in the doorknob like that?
Yeah. I think we have to come up with an overall solution. Actually, what I have had a kind of thought like we can have to have a kind of a unit like that way. You guys also can make sure the front door is locked or it's open or something. Like I think nowadays the home automation equipment, like building automations. So we can have very basic, simple one. Or we can have actually camera, like actually there's a camera right now, so I can maybe orient that camera into the door. That would be pretty easy. Oh, yeah. You remember like there's a camera to the
Yeah, but if we start using that camera on a regular basis, we should talk about that with admin.
Or I'm thinking there is another way. Just maybe set up a fixed time, like Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and from what time to what time the meditation center open for local people to come to meditate, like a fixed time.
Yeah,
and
right now
make sure people are alumni is there. And yeah, sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, I'm sorry. I was starting too soon. Yeah, right now it's listed under the social media. It's listed as being open from I think 6 a.m. through 9 or 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's whole day.
A whole day. I think Bante's idea was that people could just drop by and meditate, which is great. I would love a place like that, in the area to just drop by and meditate, which is great. But I think the only concern really is when there's no one there, and Aruna's concern is very valid. When there's no one there, probably should just lock the door after.
Yeah.
Maybe this time too. I mean, kind of overall solution. Think about the book and then Bante stuff and then the door and then even I figured out like the basement, like there are two small windows, right? So I figured out when I get here, like, oh, it's not locked. So easily anybody can, not easy, yeah, easily, because they are smart people, right? So they are homeless. I mean, 2 homeless I saw, but actually that guy knocked to the door a couple of times and then asking, hey, the owner is here. And I said, no. but he's a kind of nice person. But literally, one time he was asking, "Do you have some work here?" Like that. So
A guy came off the street and he asked for work.
yeah, he was asking, "Do you have some work?" Because I think
Come,
he's looking
come
something.
when it's snowing.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a thought like, okay, here's the work we have right now. Meditate, and then do some. I don't know. I think we can, maybe Robin or me or whatever we can. I think I have some ideas like it's not a big thing. I mean, securing this thing like we can have a for the books. I think we can have a something with the the showcase. They have a glass something, but it's going to be locked. Actually, there are some gadgets like some units like we can operate, we can unlock or unlock through the cell phone or through the internet, like a monitoring system or something like home automation.
Those,
Yeah,
those are kind of expensive, though.
nowadays not really. I mean, it's going to be. Um, I can make one, but it's going to be take time and so.
Oh, you can create one of those? Wow.
Yeah, but it take time, and I can give to someone maybe a student who is studying in University of Sri Lanka, but back in here maybe as a university project or whatever somehow. There were things like that we were.
But what about the cash box, the donation box now? Is that
Oh
that's
yeah, donation box actually it's not visible, but it's there too.
okay. So that's another reason, really, why when no one's there, it probably is, best to lock the door when no one's there. Where's that cash? And it's a box that someone can walk away with. It's fairly small,
Uh,
or is it big? I don't know.
I mean donation box.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not big. It's like
It would fit in
you
a
see the petty cash
briefcase.
box, right? So this is the petty
Okay.
cash box. Right?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
the half of this, the width,
Oh, yeah.
and then height going to be 2 times, maybe two.
Okay. So someone
The
can
back.
walk off with it. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's not. It's pretty easy.
So the easiest
grab.
thing would be if no one's home, then we lock the front door.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, for now I guess for sure. I think we gave already the key. Still, but I think we gave to someone who we already know. They can easily. I mean, they can come.
How did the name cards go?
I think name cards like I think it's okay right now. I think I have to go. Today they close. Yesterday they closed at 3 p.m.
Okay.
So tomorrow I'm pretty sure I go. There we go.
Okay. So the order's been placed. You're going to pick them up tomorrow.
Yeah. Same day? No. They said same, not same day.
Oh, you're going to drop them off tomorrow.
If I will go morning, so I'm
Okay.
pretty sure next day I'll check.
Okay. Great. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that was in the works.
Sorry?
So you have the PDF file, right?
Well, I have the PDF file. What they said, like, I mean, basically, they don't accept like GIF, JPEG, and then so. Actually, they printed. I have the, and then Anthony also with
Oh,
me
I
at that
saw
time.
it too. Okay.
So they printed and then explained like actually the quality wise, it's first. I mean, the quality is not good at all. You can see, bro.
Can I
You can
see?
see this.
They printed it out, and the picture was it looks
It's
like a defective kind of,
blurry.
almost blurry,
Oh.
but with jagged edges.
Oh, okay.
The curves
Yeah.
were not there.
The
So they
GIF
were saying,
file.
yeah, they were saying GIF file is no good. They want a PDF,
Okay.
and we already talked about the DPI, so that's not an
Yeah.
issue. But they prefer 300.
Okay. So Monday, Aluna will try again with the PDF file.
No, I'm curious about that PDF that we looked at on Slack an hour ago, right?
Yeah.
That PDF is one big page with a
Yeah.
picture of the card here and a picture there, right?
Yeah.
Can we have a PDF where, the first page is the front of the card, then you go to the next page, and that's the back of the card? I don't know who made the PDF. That's why I'm
It's
asking.
from Bande. Bande posted the file.
Bante made the PDF?
I don't know who made it, but the file is from Bande.
I'm just checking
If
it.
we create a PDF the way I'm suggesting, then the printing place should have no problem at all.
I can try if I'm able to make it the front page one page and the back page one page. But
It sounds like
I'm not
you
sure.
know what I mean, right? That way there's no need for guidelines.
I think, Tina, it's okay. We don't need to do a lot of work on it. Like, so I can just go tomorrow morning.
Yes,
Take maybe 10 minutes
maybe
walk.
go and try and
Yeah.
see if it's acceptable and the image printed the card printed out is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if it's not, then maybe.
I think I have to show to Bante, right? Is it? Oh, I think I'm pretty good in it because I was designing website and then so on stuff, but I have good eye, and then I think so. Creative eye. I think so, but I haven't thought, but now I know. Now I mean I
It's
was
worth a
knowing.
try. The only thing that they could possibly say is that they can't line it up properly.
I think they are pretty good in
Yeah, so maybe they can do it, and if not, then we'll try it again.
I mean,
Yeah.
so I think we need to talk about. Do we need to talk about the snow blower, snow thing?
The last thing on Slack was that Monte had said he needed a shovel.
Yeah, he said shovel. We have a shovel. I saw one.
Oh, there is one there?
Yeah, there's one. Yeah. Okay.
See how it goes.
I mean, I mean, I can shovel like as long as I'm here, or if it's not too much, and then I try my best all the time. I mean, it's not a big thing.
Have you gotten any snow yet this winter?
Sorry? No, not yet. Nothing. No, still summer.
That's either. It's so warm. It's like spring. I'm afraid that the spring flowers are going to start blooming. It's that warm.
A few weeks ago, I saw an article saying that a very mild winter is expected. We're going to have some very cold days, but only for like a day at a time, and then it'll go back to mildness.
So if we can get through the winter without buying one this winter, maybe at the end of the winter, there might be really good sales. Sometimes they're going to unload things at the end of the winter when a lot of people don't buy them. That would be another time to reconsider, like February.
Hi everybody.
Hi Guadalupe, yes I can hear you just fine.
Thank you.
Was somebody saying something just now?
Yeah, I'm not sure where the voices are coming from. They sound familiar. I'm not sure where they are.
No,
That's
I
okay.
didn't.
Come join us. It's fine.
I think when they multiplexing, something happened, like communication.
I recognize that. That's Darwin's voice, but I don't know where.
Yeah.
Right? It happened. Like even when I call, yeah, it happened. I remember.
Dar, where are you? I did invite her.
It's not.
Somebody have Mumble open?
I don't.
I don't.
And Bante is muted. Interesting. Oh well. I posted here in the chat the original PDF file. Is that the same one that you all are using now?
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, I think it's the same one.
That's the one we were talking about. So my concern was that since that PDF, it has the cards kind of framed within the page.
Yes.
That's the only possible problem that they might have with it. But then again, you never know. Maybe they can handle that just fine.
Is the design around it, is that part of the card? Or is the card just
Maybe for guideline,
some sort of guideline.
I guess.
So the card itself is just the plain, what's inside of the rectangles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe they can sort of cut and paste it to what they need.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would be difficult.
And if they can't, then we'll just go back and fix it.
Yeah, and George had set up a channel for graphics, and he's willing to make posters and also, let's see. Yeah, he was asking about the business card and was willing to make posters. He's got some graphical software.
Okay, I think we should ask him if he can set up the PDF that way.
Yeah.
It probably won't be much trouble for him.
Set the PDF up.
So that the first page is simply the front of the card, the second page is the back of the card, and then we won't need any guidelines.
Okay. Yeah, let's just put that in on the graphics channel and see if we can do that. And George is also willing to make posters, which Bante had mentioned, posters to put, I think, in the local businesses. And he's willing to do that as well, just needs the information and, what sort of information, what sort of graphics. But he can put something together for that, so. Probably some of these things are going to not take place until after, after the new year, but that's okay. So did anyone have anything else?
No.
Okay, so we'll take a short break for the next couple of weeks and reconvene on January 3rd and just keep in track by Slack.
January 3rd is a Saturday, so the 4th?
January 4th then. January 4th sounds good.
Wait, that's a handwritten calendar, is that right?
No, I have January 3rd as a Sunday.
Yeah, you're right. Mine has a mistake.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so January 3rd is when we next meet.
Sounds good. Yeah, Bante has an event on January 10th. He was mentioning the peace group, but yeah, we should be able to meet there on January 3rd. And just as an update on the admin committee, we're going through the bylaws. It's taking. It took a while. It took, what was that, 3 weeks, because it's.
We finished it, didn't we?
We did finish it, and it looked like it was going on and on forever, and then we realized that halfway through, the first part was just repeated, so thank goodness it was only half as long as what we originally thought. That was a great treat, because it was kind of, going through, it's like all legalese, it was tough, but it seems like it's good. It seems like at this point it will serve our purposes. So we'll get that finish going through that and put together an annual general meeting in February. And we just need everybody to come and show up and to vote to accept the bylaws or to vote not to accept the bylaws as you see fit. But we'll get more information out about that before the time comes. That won't be until February. Okay. So if there's nothing else, then thank you. Have nice holidays if you celebrate them. Happy New Year in any case.
Yep. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Keep in touch. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.